वेलकम स्टुडंट्स. आज आपण बघणार आहे रिमेनिंग एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ एक्सरसाइज 4.2. बघा 15 नंबर एक्झाम्पल काय दिलेलं आहे. डेफिनेट इंटिग्रेशन फ्रॉम 1 to 3 cos of log x upon x dx. We have to evaluate this definite integration. Okay. Now see here function given is cos of log x upon x. If I use the substitution for log x is equal to t, then its derivative is 1 upon x dx. Okay. Now it is working. If I put log x is equal to t, now differentiate with respect to t. What it will be? Log x, derivative of log x is 1 upon x into dx is equal to dt. Okay, now the limits. If x is equal to 1, t is equal to log 1 value is 0. And if x is equal to 3, then t is log 3. Now the definite integral is 0 to log 3 cos t into dt. Okay, cos t into dt. 1 upon x dx value is dt. So integration of cos is minus sin a t and limits from 0 to log 3. So put the upper limit minus lower limit. Sin log 3 minus sin 0. So final answer is sin of log 3 is the value of this definite integration. Okay. Now see in third question, the examples given are evaluate the following integrals. First example, what they have given 0 to a, and you see these examples are of question 3 are based on the properties of definite integral what we have studied in the earlier lectures. Okay. Now using these properties of definite integrals, examples, we can solve the example very easily. Now see the example. First example, 1 upon x plus square root of a square minus x square dx. What is the value of this definite integration? Okay. Now for this particular example, first I use the substitution and then I can use the properties. I denote this integral as I 0 to a 1 upon x plus square root of a square minus x square dx. If I use the substitution, put if there is term a square minus x square in the integral or differential, then what we have to use the substitution, put x is equal to a cos theta or a sin theta. Okay, put x is equal to, here I put x is equal to see a sin theta. Okay, now differentiate with respect to theta. So what we get, dx is equal to a constant as it is, derivative of sin theta is cos theta into d theta. So also limit gets changed when we use the substitution. If x is equal to 0, then 0 is equal to a sin theta. Then theta is equal to sin inverse of 0 is 0. And if x is equal to a, upper limit, and a is equal to a sin theta. So theta value is sin inverse of 1 and it is equal to pi by 2. Okay, a gets cancelled. So the integral is I 0 to pi by 2. Dx value is a cos theta d theta. A cos theta d theta upon x is equal to a sin theta plus under root a square minus a square sin square theta. So see what is the simplification. A cos theta d theta as it is upon a sin theta as it is plus a square, take a square common and then 1 minus sin square theta value is cos square theta. So in square root a square cos square theta. Okay, for this 0 to pi by 2 a cos theta d theta upon a sin theta plus a cos theta. Now take a common and cancel for a on the numerator. So integral is I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 cos theta d theta upon sin theta plus cos theta by using the property. See, by using the property of definite integral, what it is 0 to a fx dx, value of definite integral from 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Okay, now I use the property. What is the value of integral becomes I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 cos pi by 2 minus theta in place of theta. Here variable is x, so we write this variable as upper limit minus x. So upper limit is pi by 2. So I write theta as pi by 2 minus theta upon sin pi by 2 minus theta plus cos pi by 2 minus theta. So the integral is 0 to pi by 2 cos 90 minus theta sin theta d theta upon this is integration. I write it as equation number 1 sin 90 minus theta cos theta plus cos 90 minus theta sin theta. This is second equation. By adding 1 and 2, now add equation 1 and 2. So 2i left side get added is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sin theta d theta upon sin theta plus cos theta. Okay, plus 0 to pi by 2 cos theta d theta upon sin theta plus cos theta. This is first integral. Now both the limits of integral are same and their denominator are same. So I add these two integrals. 0 to pi by 2 sin theta plus cos theta upon sin theta plus cos theta d theta. So these terms get cancelled and here we get the value 0 to pi by 2 d theta. So its integration is theta and limits from 0 to pi by 2. So final value is pi by 2. 2i is equal to pi by 2. Final answer of integral is I is equal to pi by 4. Okay, this is the value of this first definite integral example. Question number 3. So what we have done here? We have used the substitution. Put x is equal to, as term is a square minus x square. So we can use the substitution. X is equal to a sin theta. Then after differentiation, we get the value of dx. Then also limits get changed. Then after simplifying, a on numerator denominator get cancelled, and the integral becomes linear trigonometric terms on numerator and denominator. So I can use the property. I think it's a property number 4. 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So by using the property, so trigonometric terms on numerator cos get converted to sine, but denominator of both the equation is same. So if I add these two integrals, then on right side numerator denominator get cancelled and its value is I is equal to pi by 4. Okay, it is very easy after utilizing the properties of definite integral. We can evaluate the value of integral very easily. Okay, now see the next example. Second example, they have given here 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x, integration 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x dx. What is the value of this definite integral? I have denote it as a I 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x dx. So if I use the property by property number, I denote this integral as equation 1 by property 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. This is property number 4 we have studied in earlier lecture. So the integral becomes 0 to pi by 2 log of tan pi by 2 minus x, okay, dx. Now the value log of tan 90 minus theta is cot x dx. This is equation second, and adding equation first and second. So on left side what we get, 2i is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x dx plus 0 to pi by 2 log of cot x dx. So both the limits of integral are same. I write it as 0 to pi by 2 log of tan x plus log of cot x, okay, and total integration dx. So what is the addition of these two logs? I write by the property of logarithm. Log of tan x, both the sides are plus, log of tan x into cot x, total integration dx. So finally I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 tan x into cot x, product is 1. So its value is log 1 dx. So its value I is equal to 0. Okay, log 1 value is 0. So the value of definite integration is equal to 0. Okay, now see third example, 0 to 1 integration 0 to 1 log of 1 upon x log of 1 upon x minus 1 dx. Here again, if I use the same property for evaluating this definite integral, what is it? 0 to 1 log of 1 upon x minus 1 dx by property number 4. What is this property? 0 to a fx dx, definite integration value is 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Okay, so I is equal to 0 to 1 log of 1 upon, replace x by 1 minus x, 1 minus x minus 1 and dx. So what it will be? 0 to 1 log of 1 minus 1 plus x upon 1 minus x and dx. Okay, minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled here. So 0 to 1 log of x upon 1 minus x. I is equal to, this is equation, this first is equation first and this is the second equation. So if I add these two equations, if I add these two equations by add first and second, on LHS I get I plus I 2i, and it is equal to 0 to 1 log of 1 upon x minus 1 dx plus 0 to 1 log of x upon 1 minus x dx. Okay, so 0 to 1 addition of two log term get multiplied, 1 upon x minus 1 into x upon 1 minus x and dx. So it is equal to 0 to 1 log of cross multiplying 1 minus x upon x into x upon 1 minus x dx. So the terms get cancelled. Log 1 value is 0. So I 2i is equal to 0. So final value of definite integral is equal to 0. Okay. Now See the example number 3. What is it? Question number 3. Sorry, question number 4. 0 to pi by 2. Sin x minus cos x. Definite integral is 0 to pi by 2. Sin x minus cos x upon 1 plus sin x cos x. 1 plus sin x into cos x dx. Okay. Now see 0 to pi by 2 sin x minus cos x upon 1 plus sin x into cos x dx. Now again I use the property number 4 to evaluate this definite integral. As there are terms sin and cos on the numerator denominator, I can use the property 0 to pi by 2 by property number 4. What it is? 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. By using this property, give it as a equation first. After utilizing property, what will be the value of integral? Sin of pi by 2 minus x minus cos pi by 2 minus x upon 1 plus sin pi by 2 minus x into cos pi by 2 minus x and whole integral dx. Okay. Now the value of sin pi by 2 minus x is cos x minus cos pi by 2 minus x is sin x upon 1 plus sin pi by 2 minus x cos pi by 2 minus x sin x. So denominator remains same as earlier. This is equation second. So if I add first and second equation on LHS, I plus I is equal to I. On RHS, I directly add these two terms because their denominator are same and their limits of definite integral are same. So sin x minus cos x plus cos x minus sin x upon 1 plus sin x cos x dx. Minus sin x plus cos x minus cos x get cancelled. So 2i is equal to 0 and from that I is equal to 0 is the value of this definite integration. Okay. Now see question number 5. What they have given here, integration from 0 to 3. Okay, x square into 3 minus x raised to 5 by 2 and dx. Okay, I denote it as a I. 0 to 3 x square into 3 minus x raised to 5 by 2 dx. Okay, now see, by using the property number 4, 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. By utilizing this property, what do we get? I is equal to, I write it as equation first, or need not add the integrals again if we use the property. Integral becomes very simple. 0 to 3. In place of x, what we have to write? 3 minus x, a minus x means 3 minus x bracket square into 3 minus, we replace x by 3 minus x raised to 5 by 2 and dx. So it is 0 to 3, 9 minus 6x plus x square into 3 minus 3 plus x raised to 5 by 2 dx. Minus 3 plus 3 get cancelled. So 0 to 3, 9 minus 6x plus x square into x raised to 5 by 2 dx. Okay. So I multiply x raised to 5 by 2 on inner terms. 0 to 3, 9 x raised to 5 by 2 minus 6 x raised to 1 and 5 by 2. So it is 7 by 2 plus x raised to 2 plus 5 by 2. 9 by 2 and whole integration dx. Okay. Now see the value of definite integral is 9 x raised to 7 by 2 upon 7 by 2 minus 6 x raised to 8 by 2 9 by 2 upon 9 by 2 plus x raised to 11 by 2 upon 11 by 2 and integration from 0 to 3. So it is 18 by 7 x raised to 7 by 2 minus 4 by 3 x raised to 9 by 2 plus 2 by 11 x raised to 11 by 2. Leave it from 0 to 3. Okay. Now see the what is value of this definite integral? Put upper limit minus lower limit. So I is equal to 11 by 7 3 raised to 7 by 2 minus 4 by 3 3 raised to 9 by 2 plus 2 by 11 3 raised to 11 by 2 minus 0. Okay. So final value is I is equal to 11 by 7 3 raised to 11 by 7 3 cube into root 3. Okay. Minus 4 by 3 raised to 1 get minus 3 raised to 7 by 2 4 3 raised to 7 by 2 as it is 3 cube root 3 plus 2 by 11 3 raised to 5 into root 3. So final value is 11 by 7 into 27 root 3 minus 4 into 27 root 3 plus 2 by 11 into 3 raised to 5. It is 243 root 3. This is the value of integral. You can perform this addition. Okay. Whatever we are getting, you simplify and you will get the final value of definite integral. Okay.